Okay, so today I'm gonna be solving Leetcode problem, candy. So what it is about? So we have a rating of kids. We have n kids first, and every kid has a rating. Rating is like positive. Is it positive? Yeah, it's positive. And we have like 10 to the power of 4 max kids. 2 multiplied by 10 to the power of 4. And rating is like positive. So the task is allocate candies to kids, and there are a couple rules. The first rule is each child must have at least one candy, and the second rule is like kids with a higher rating get more candies that it's their neighbors. And I should allocate the minimum number of candies in this case. So my approach is gonna be something like this. Let's change it to night shift. Okay. So 102, 102. So I have I have what? I have 102, and this is ratings, and that at index let's say at index 0, 1, and 2. And then the first approach, or like the approach I'm gonna describe or try to solve this problem with, is like sort by ratings. If I just sort by ratings, so this is index, this is rating. If I just gonna sort by rating, wait a second. If I just sort by rating, I'm gonna lose the information about indexes. So I'm gonna store indexes and then sort that based on the, maybe like even save it in a tuple. So let's say I have rating 1 at index 0, then rating 0 at index 1, and then rating 2 at index 2. And then I sort it, and then I'll get 0, 1 tuple, and then or tuple 1, 0, and then 2, 2, 2. And then I start processing this ratings, and then I know that there are like 3 places, 3 kids, and then like index 0, index 1, index 2, and I start from the kid with rating 0, and I check what the index of it. Index of it is 1, and I check left, check right, they are not filled, and ratings like not filled ratings, no filled kids. So I just assign 1 candy to this kid, and then I'm gonna go to the next kid. The next kid has index 0 and then rating 1. So I go to index 0 and I check the neighboring kid's ratings. So the neighboring kid rating is 0, and my rating, like current kid rating, is 1, and then neighboring kid has like 1 candy, so I'm gonna assign 1 plus 1 candy to the current one, so I'm gonna be 2 candies. And then here, next one, I move to the kid with rating 2 at index 2. I check again the ratings if they are filled with the neighboring kids. Now kids on the right, there is kid with rating 1 on the left, and he has like 1 candy, and I know that the current kid should receive higher number of candies. So let's just assign like 1 plus 1 gonna be 2 candies, and the total gonna be like 5 candies. So let's say we have different different ratings. So let's say we have this 1, 2, 2 ratings, and then the indexes of the rating has this 1, 2, 2, and then the indexes 0, 1, 2. So now if I again, like if I do the same sort by rating, then I'm gonna have this rating 0 at 1, and then say rating 2 at 1, like rating 0 at no, wait a second, rating 1 at 0, and then rating 2 at 1, and then rating 2 at 2. And then I have like 3 places here for 3 kids. I start from rating 0. No, from rating 1 actually. And then I check what's the index of it. Index of it is 1. And I check neighboring kids. They are not filled. So I'm gonna assign one candy to this kid. And then I'm gonna go to the next rating. So I have rating 2 at index 1. Check neighboring cells. So for this place, I check the neighboring cells. On the left there is a kid with rating 1, and he has like 1 candy. On the right there is no kid there. So like I just increment plus do number of candies plus 1, so 2 candies. And then rating here 2, and then rating here 1. So index 0, 1, 2. And then I move to the next one, rating 2 at index 2. And I check the neighboring kid. Neighboring kid has the rating 2. And he has like 2 candies. And I have the same rating. So it means that I can save some candies here, and I assign 1 candy to this kid. So in this case, the answer gonna be 4. Okay, let me pause. I need to do something. Yeah, and that's gonna be it. I will be solving next problem. So let me just do that in Python. So what I'm gonna do first? First, I'll create an interim array. So it's gonna be a list, and then for I in range len read. Let's say we have n is equal len. Let's say initial I'm gonna have 0. Okay, len equals len ratings, and then I'm gonna have the array equals 0 multiplied by n, and then for I in range len, so in range n, I'm gonna go ai equals so it's gonna be, let's say 0 multiplied by n, and then for in range n 0 gonna be ratings I, and then I itself, and then I'm gonna go sort a, and then I'm gonna go for I in range n. I'm gonna check say we have candies allocation. Yeah, candies equals 0 by n, and then I'm gonna go and check for I in range n. I need to check. Okay, so we have index equals ai, and then 1, and then we have rating equals, let's call it r, equals ai 0, and then I'm gonna check Let me pause it again. Okay, and I'm gonna check the index, I'm gonna check the rating, and I'm gonna check also if I minus 1 greater or equal 0. Let's call it candy. Candy equal 1. And then if ratings of I minus 1, oh, we're just gonna do the index. If ratings of I minus 1 is greater, or like, no, if it's less than rate, if it's like first, if ratings I minus 1 not equal 0 and ratings I minus 1 less than ratings index, so it's like here index, if index, or here also index, if ratings of the left neighbor is less than the current child rating, I'll do the candy equals max candy, and then candies of I minus 1 plus 1, else candy gonna be just 1. If index plus 1 less than n, then I'm gonna check if ratings of index plus 1 not equal 0, and so here if this one is less than this one, otherwise else candy, oh, candy just gonna be 1, yeah. And then if ratings not equal 0, and then if ratings of index plus 1 is less than ratings index candy, gonna be the same, max candy, and then candy is I plus 1, and then plus 1. And then I'm gonna assign the candies at index gonna be just candy. And then I'm gonna go for in range n. I'm gonna have this result equals 0, and then result plus equal candies I, and then return result. Yeah, this one. So let's check if it's gonna work. I have sort A, I guess sorted, something like that. A dot sort. No. Let's check. What's gonna be here? Oh, okay. So here, 4. Let's print out the candies. Print candies. Candies 1, 1, 1. Okay. if it's not equal 0, okay. This one was an n, candy max candy, candies. Okay, so I need to, not ratings, but candies. Here, I need to check if it's not assigned. So rating is gonna be always populated here, but I need candies. So this worked if so first of all I need to check sort. Print. Oh, it's gonna, oh, okay, so it's gonna be ascending. So format A, then A. So it should be A 0 1 at index, then 1 at 0, and then 2 at 2. That's fine. Then now I need to figure out why I have second 1 1 and 2. So here, if I check, this one should be already populated. I check if the ratings of index plus 1 is less than ratings at index at current index. Then candy equals max candies and candies I plus 1 plus 1. Candies. So this one is filled. This one should work. Okay, let me pause it a little bit. Okay, continue solving this problem. So I am debugging right now this case, and I have no idea why this is failing. So it should be around 1. So if index plus 1 less than n, that's true. If candies at I index plus 1 is less, not equal 0, is not equal. If ratings at plus 1, rating and index plus 1 is less than rating at current index, then candies should be candies at I plus, oh my gosh, that's such a ridiculous mistake. Okay, let's submit it and check. Memory exceeds the limit. I know what's happening here. So let's remove this one. Submit. The same. What if I use this test case and then just sort it and check if it's working? It still exceeds the limit. That's interesting. Why?
What?
I'm recording, Irina. Okay, I know why. Okay, let's submit. Yeah, that's it. So I know there is, so like just a summary. So I fill up with the, actually I don't need, so I can have a custom lambda function for the sorting, and then I can reference the ratings, and I can have just indexes. So let's check if I can have this custom lambda. So custom lambda. How can I remove this one from block? Not popular today. Block entertainment. Block everything. Politics. Block this. Block this. Block this. I don't wanna show this news. Block latest. Block. Is there any end of this list? I wonder. Block. Can I even, so customize weather, stories, no stories, shortcuts maybe. Okay, so here I need to sort by lambda, custom lambda, Python. Okay. Custom lambda in Python for sort array, for sort list. Keep forgetting about that. So we have sorted users, sort key lambda. Okay. So have sort key lambda. What was that? Lambda person. Lambda. So it's gonna be index. So it's gonna be index lambda and then I, and then I'm gonna have ratings I. Right? Not right? I. So double key equals. Okay, key equals lambda I ratings I. And then here I'll go and just have this index equal 0. And then here I'm gonna be just 0 by n. Key lambda, okay, what does it say? It's not callable. Okay, ratings I. Let's call it index here, index. Submitted. Submit. Still not that good. So let's check what can be improved. So I know there is an algorithm based on the passes. So let me think about that. So let's say I have 201 ratings, and let's say initially I assign everybody one candy. And then I go left to right, and then check the ratings. If rating of the So if this rating is higher than this rating, I'm gonna increase. So gonna be 2. And then do the same for the reverse. Can it be done? Okay. So if I do the different algorithm, so let's assume I have this candies again array candies, and then I initially gonna have candies equals 1 multiplied by 1, and then for I in range n, I'm gonna check if in range 1n, I'm gonna check if ratings I minus 1 is greater than ratings I gonna go and then say candies I is equal but it's retroactively, yeah, candies so I minus 1 equals candies I plus 1. That will have, but how it can help me with like something like this, rating 3, 2, 1, then 2, let's say this one. So I'm gonna have initially candies 1, 1, 1, 1, and then I'll start assigning the, so I'm gonna go from left to right, and then I check this rating and this rating, so I'll change this candies to 2. And then I check again, change it to 2. And then I go right to left, and then like check here candies. Let's assume I do the same. So I'll do 2. So it's gonna be 2 candies. So this one case I will not increase. How I can do that? I don't know. I need to check to think about that. But still, the first approach with the sorting works. Hope you liked it. Yeah, that's gonna be it.